As you settle into this moment, allow your body to become comfortable. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to accomplish, nothing you need to prove. This time belongs entirely to you. Take a slow breath in through your nose and gently exhale. Again, breathe in deeply and release. With each breath, feel yourself moving further away from the noise of the day. Feel the demands, expectations, responsibilities, and concerns beginning to soften and dissolve. Notice the weight of your body resting beneath you. Notice how the surface supporting you carries you effortlessly. There is no need to hold yourself up. There is no need to stay alert. Your only task right now is to let go. As your body begins to relax, bring your awareness inward. Become aware of the space behind your closed eyes. Become aware of the darkness, the stillness, the vastness that exists within. For most of your life, you have been conditioned to believe that change happens through force. You have been taught that you must work harder, think harder, struggle harder, and control more. Yet often the greatest transformations happen when you stop interfering with the natural intelligence of life itself. Tonight, allow yourself to consider a new possibility. What if life has been trying to surprise you all along? What if opportunities, synchronicities, solutions, and blessings have been waiting just beyond the limits of your current expectations? Most people spend their lives expecting the future to resemble the past. They wake up each day thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, reacting to the same circumstances. And because their energy remains unchanged, their reality remains familiar. But you are here tonight because something inside you is ready for something different. Not because you need to become someone else, but because you are ready to remember who you truly are beneath the habits, fears, doubts, and stories that have defined you. As your body continues to relax, imagine yourself stepping away from everything that has happened today. Step away from every conversations. Step away from every challenge. Step away from every success. Step away from every disappointment. Allow them all to fade into the distance. You are not your problems. You are not your circumstances. You are not your past experiences. You are not the emotions you carried throughout the day. You are awareness itself. You are consciousness observing all of these things. And from this place of observation, you become free. Because the moment you stop identifying with what has been, you create space for what can be. Feel that space now. Feel the openness. Feel the freedom. Feel the possibility. Imagine that every thought you have ever had is like a cloud drifting across the sky. Some clouds are heavy, some are light, some are dark, some are bright, yet none of them are the sky itself. The sky remains vast, open, and unchanged. Tonight, become the sky. Allow your thoughts to drift by without resistance. Allow memories to come and go. Allow worries to appear and disappear. You do not need to engage them. You do not need to fix them. You do not need to understand them. Simply observe. And as you observe, notice how the space between thoughts begins to expand. Within that space exists something extraordinary. Within that space exists potential, infinite potential, potential for healing, potential for abundance, potential for love, potential for joy, potential for miracles you cannot yet imagine. Most people try to create change by focusing on what they lack, but the mind cannot move beyond the reality. It continuously rehearses. If you focus on lack, you reinforce lack. If you focus on limitation, you reinforce limitation. If you focus on fear, you reinforce fear. Tonight, choose something different. Instead of focusing on what is missing, focus on possibility. Instead of focusing on what has not happened, focus on what could happen. Instead of focusing on what is wrong, Focus on what is becoming available to you. Allow yourself to feel curiosity, not certainty, not control, curiosity. Become curious about the surprises life may have prepared for you. Become curious about opportunities you cannot yet see. Become curious about connections waiting to be made. Become curious about solutions that already exist beyond the limits of your current awareness. Feel what happens when you stop demanding specific outcomes. Feel what happens when you release the need to know exactly how everything will unfold. Notice the relief. Notice the freedom. Notice the expansion. Life often works in ways the analytical mind cannot predict. The mind wants certainty. The heart embraces possibility. Tonight, allow yourself to move beyond certainty and into possibility. Imagine yourself standing before an endless field of potential experiences. Countless possibilities stretch before you. New relationships, new ideas, new opportunities, new beginnings, unexpected blessings, moments of inspiration, moments of clarity, moments that completely transform the direction of your life. You do not need to know where they are. You do not need to chase them. You simply need to become available to them, and availability begins with openness. Feel yourself opening now, opening your mind, opening your heart, opening your awareness, opening yourself to outcomes greater than anything you have planned. Imagine your future no longer being limited by your past. Imagine tomorrow arriving without carrying yesterday's burdens. Imagine waking up feeling lighter, clearer, more aligned, more connected to possibility. What would that feel like? Allow yourself to feel it now, not as something distant, not as something you hope for, but as an experience happening within you in this moment. Feel gratitude for possibilities that have not yet appeared. Feel appreciation for blessings you have not yet received. Feel excitement for opportunities that are moving towards you. Your body may not yet see evidence. Your logical mind may not yet understand. Yet your heart already knows. Something is shifting. Something is changing. Something new is emerging. Every breath carries you deeper into relaxation. Every breath carries you further from limitation. Every breath carries you closer to the unknown possibilities waiting for you. Allow your body to become heavier. Allow your muscles to soften. Allow your mind to quiet. Feel your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form, beyond the room, beyond the building, beyond the familiar structures of your daily life. Become aware of the vast intelligence that moves through all things. The intelligence that grows forests, the intelligence that guides stars, the intelligence that beats your heart without effort, the intelligence that has supported you through every moment of your existence. You are connected to that intelligence. You are not separate from it. You never have been. And because you are connected to it, you do not need to carry the burden of controlling every detail of your life. You can trust, you can allow, you can receive. Imagine releasing every need to force outcomes. Imagine releasing every attachment to struggle. Imagine releasing every belief that life must be difficult. Feel those beliefs dissolving. Feel them melting away. Feel yourself becoming lighter, more open, more receptive, more aligned with possibility. Now imagine a version of yourself who fully trusts life, a version of yourself who knows that opportunities arrive at the perfect time, a version of yourself who welcomes change instead of fearing it, a version of yourself who remains open to surprises. Notice how this version of you stands. Notice how this version of you breathes. Notice the calm confidence. Notice the peace. Notice the certainty that everything is unfolding in ways that support growth and expansion. Allow yourself to merge with that version now. Become that version. Think from that perspective. Feel from that perspective. Experience reality from that perspective. As you do, your energy begins to change. And when your energy changes, your experience begins to change. Because your energy communicates with the world around you, it influences what you notice. It influences what you attract. It influences how you respond to life. Tonight, choose an energy of openness. Choose an energy of trust. Choose an energy of expectation without attachment. Expectation that something beautiful can happen without demanding how, without demanding when, without demanding proof. Simply allowing, simply trusting, simply remaining available. Feel yourself floating deeper into stillness, deeper into relaxation, deeper into awareness. The thoughts are slowing. The body is resting, the mind is opening. And in this openness, life can reach you. Insights can reach you. And waters can reach you. Healing can reach you. Possibilities can reach you. Allow yourself to drift. Allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to become receptive. As sleep approaches, imagine every cell of your body filled with light. A gentle, peaceful light. A light of possibility. A light of renewal. A light of transformation. This light flows through your mind, through your heart, through your entire being, carrying away limitation, carrying away resistance, carrying away old expectations, leaving behind only openness, only trust, only possibility. And as you continue relaxing, let this simple idea settle deeply into your awareness. You do not need to know how life will surprise you. You only need to remain open enough to notice when it does. You do not need to chase every opportunity. You only need to become the kind of person who recognizes opportunities when they appear. You do not need to force miracles. You only need to stop blocking them with fear, doubt, and expectation. Tonight, allow the mystery of life to work on your behalf. Allow possibilities to organize themselves beyond your awareness. Allow solutions to emerge naturally. Allow connections to form effortlessly. Allow new realities to begin taking shape. And as your body drifts closer and closer towards sleep, continue resting in the feeling of trust, openness, gratitude, and wonder. Knowing that somewhere beyond what you can currently see, something beautiful is already moving towards you, something unexpected, something meaningful, something perfectly aligned with the person you are becoming. And all you need to do tonight is listen, relax, release, and allow. Allow yourself to continue drifting deeper into this state of awareness, where effort is no longer necessary. Feel how natural it is to simply exist without needing to solve, fix, or control anything. The more you release the need to manage every detail of your life, the more space you create for a greater intelligence to move through you. Notice how peaceful it feels to stop carrying the weight of constant anticipation. For so long, you may have believed that vigilance was necessary. You may have believed that if you worried enough, planned enough, analyzed enough, you could protect yourself from uncertainty. Yet uncertainty is not your enemy. Uncertainty is the birthplace of possibility. Every meaningful experience that ever entered your life arrived from the unknown. Every opportunity, every friendship, every moment of joy, every breakthrough emerged from a future you could not predict. As you continue relaxing, allow yourself to become comfortable with not knowing. Feel the freedom that comes from releasing the need for immediate answers. There is wisdom in not knowing. There is power in remaining open. There is strength in allowing life to reveal itself one moment at a time. Imagine that every expectation you have carried begins dissolving like mist beneath the morning sun. Expectations about how success should look, expectations about how healing should happen, expectations about how relationships should unfold, expectations about who you think you should be. Watch them gently fade away. As they disappear, notice what remains. Awareness remains, presence remains, potential remains, and within that potential exists more possibilities than your conscious mind could ever calculate. Allow yourself to become aware of the energy field surrounding your body. Imagine that you are far greater than your physical form. Imagine that your awareness extends beyond your skin. You are not merely observing reality. You are participating in it. Every thought you think sends a signal. Every emotion you feel broadcasts information. Every belief you hold influences the way you interact with the world around you. Tonight, instead of broadcasting fear, choose trust. Instead of broadcasting doubt, choose possibility. Instead of broadcasting limitation, choose expansion. Feel your heart becoming lighter. Feel your chest opening. Feel your breathing becoming deeper and slower. Imagine every inhale drawing possibility into your life. Imagine every exhale releasing resistance, breathing in openness, breathing out control, breathing in trust, breathing out fear, breathing in abundance, breathing out scarcity. Allows this rhythm to become effortless. Notice how your body continues relaxing with each passing moment. The muscles of your face soften. Your jaw releases. Your shoulders sink deeper. Your arms grow heavier. Your legs become completely relaxed. The body is beginning to sleep, yet your awareness remains gently present. This is the space where transformation becomes possible. This is the space between what was and what can be. A space where old identities loosen their grip. A space where new possibilities begin forming. Imagine yourself standing before a vast horizon just before sunrise. The sky is still dark, but the first signs of light are beginning to appear. You cannot yet see the details of what lies ahead, yet you know the sun is coming. You know illumination is approaching. In the same way, there may be areas of your life where you cannot yet see the outcome. There may be situations that appear uncertain. There may be questions that remain unanswered. But just because you cannot yet see the answer does not mean the answer is not already emerging. Just because you cannot yet see the opportunity does not mean the opportunity is not already forming. Just because you cannot yet see the path does not mean the path does not exist. Allow yourself to trust the process of emergence. Nature never rushes. A flower does not force itself to bloom. A seed does not struggle to become a tree. The ocean does not force its waves. The stars do not hurry across the sky. Everything unfolds according to its own perfect rhythm. You are part of that rhythm. You do not need to force your becoming. You do not need to pressure yourself into transformation. You only need to remain available, remain open, remain willing, remain receptive. Feel those words settling deeply into your subconscious mind. I am open, I am willing. I am receptive. Again, I am open, I am willing. I am receptive. Notice how those words feel inside your body. Notice the space they create. Notice the relaxation they inspire. Imagine now that your future self is standing before you. Not the future self shaped by fear. Not the future self shaped by limitation, but the future self who has already experienced growth, abundance, wisdom, and fulfillment. This version of you carries a calm confidence. There is no desperation. There is no anxiety. There is no struggle. Only certainty, only peace, only trust. Observe the way this future version of you looks at life. Observe how they move through challenges. Observe how they respond to uncertainty. Notice that they no longer fear the unknown. Instead, they welcome it, because they have learned that the unknown contains gifts the familiar can never provide. Allow yourself to absorb this understanding. The unknown is not empty. The unknown is full. It is full of opportunities you have not imagined, full of experiences you have not encountered, full of blessings you have not yet received, full of possibilities waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. As you continue drifting towards sleep, imagine that your subconscious mind is becoming like fertile soil. Every thought planted within it begins to grow. Every belief begins to take root. Every emotion becomes nourishment for future experiences. Tonight, choose carefully what you plant. Plant trust. Plant gratitude. Plant curiosity. Plant possibility. Plant wonder. Plant openness. Allow those qualities to settle deeply into your subconscious awareness. Imagine roots spreading downward, growing stronger, growing deeper, uncharting these qualities into every level of your being. The deeper they grow, the more naturally they begin express themselves in your daily life. You start noticing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You start noticing solutions where you once saw problems. You start noticing abundance where you once saw lack. Not because the world changed overnight, but because your awareness changed. And awareness shapes experience. Consider how many opportunities may have already existed around you without being noticed. How many moments of guidance have appeared unnoticed? How many possibilities have quietly waited for your attention? Tonight, you are training yourself to notice, to become present, to become aware, to become available. Imagine your mind becoming like a clear lake. The surface is calm, still, undisturbed. When the water is turbulent, it reflects nothing clearly, but when it becomes still, everything can be seen. Allow your inner world to become still. Allow the noise to settle. Allow the turbulence to disappear. Feel the peace that emerges naturally. Feel the clarity that begins to reveal itself. You do not need to manufacture clarity. You do not need to chase wisdom. Wisdom appears when the mind becomes quiet enough to receive it. Continue breathing slowly and deeply. Feel your awareness expanding further. Imagine yourself surrounded by infinite potential, infinite possibilities existing in every direction. Potential experiences, potential relationships, potential opportunities, potential insights, potential breakthroughs. Some of these possibilities are already moving towards you. Some are closer than you realize. Some are waiting for a simple shift in perspective, a simple shift in energy, a simple shift in belief. Tonight, allow that shift to happen naturally, without effort, without force, without struggle. Imagine every cell of your body resonating with a frequency of trust, every heartbeat carrying a message of openness, every breath reinforcing possibility, every moment drawing you into greater alignment with the life you desire. Feel gratitude now, not because everything is perfect, not because every question has been answered, but because life continues unfolding, because new possibilities continue emerging, because growth continues happening, because something beautiful is always becoming available. Gratitude opens doors that force can never open. Gratitude aligns you with abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from absence to presence, from scarcity to sufficiency, from fear to trust. Allow gratitude to spread through your entire being. Feel grateful for your breath, grateful for your awareness, grateful for your ability to grow, grateful for your capacity to change, grateful for possibilities you cannot yet see, grateful for surprises that have not yet arrived, grateful for opportunities already making their way toward you. As sleep draws nearer, imagine yourself becoming lighter and lighter. The body relaxes further, the mind quiets further, the heart opens further. You no longer need to carry yesterday. You no longer need to rehearse old stories. You no longer need to relive old emotions. Tonight is a new moment, a new possibility, a new beginning. Allow the past to loosen its grip. Allow old identities to fade. Allow old limitations to dissolve. You are not required to remain who you were yesterday. You are free to evolve, free to expand, free to become. Imagine waves of peaceful energy flowing through your body, from the top of your head down through your face, through your neck, through your shoulders, through your chest, through your arms, through your abdomen, through your hips, through your legs, through your feet, every wave carrying relaxation deeper, every wave carrying peace deeper, every wave carrying possibility deeper. Feel yourself becoming increasingly receptive, increasingly open, increasingly aligned. The conscious mind continues slowing down. The analytical mind continues releasing control. The subconscious mind becomes more receptive with every passing moment. And within that receptive state, new beliefs can take root. New perspectives can emerge. New possibilities can begin forming. Allow yourself to rest in the feeling that life is working with you. Allow yourself to rest in the feeling that you are supported. Allow yourself to rest in the feeling that you do not have to figure everything out tonight. There is wisdom unfolding beyond your awareness. There are solutions organizing themselves. There are opportunities aligning themselves. There are connections being formed. There are pathways opening. You do not need to force them. You only need to remain available enough to recognize them when they appear. Feel yourself drifting deeper into stillness, deeper into trust, deeper into surrender, deeper into possibility, as though every breath carries you further beyond the familiar boundaries of your old identity and further into the limitless potential of who you are becoming. And somewhere within the quiet depths of your awareness, a new expectation begins to form, not an expectation based on control, not an expectation based on certainty, but a gentle knowing that life is capable of surprising you in ways more beautiful than your current imagination can predict. A knowing that every day contains possibilities unseen. A knowing that every moment contains opportunities undiscovered. A knowing that your future is not limited by your past. A knowing that transformation can happen in ways you never anticipated. A knowing that something extraordinary can emerge when you stop demanding that life follow familiar patterns and instead allow yourself to become fully present with the mystery that exists within every unfolding moment. Continue, allowing yourself to sink even deeper into this peaceful state where nothing is required of you. There is nothing to achieve in this moment, nothing to prove, nothing to chase. For perhaps the first time today, allow yourself to simply be, not a human doing, but a human being, resting within awareness itself. Notice how different it feels when you stop measuring your worth by productivity, accomplishments, or outcomes. Beneath all the roles you play, beneath every responsibility you carry, there is a deeper part of you that has always been whole. A part of you that has never been damaged by failure, never diminished by rejection, never limited by circumstances. That part of you exists right now, quietly waiting beneath the surface of thought. As your body drifts closer towards sleep, imagine yourself descending gently through layers of identity. One by one, they begin to dissolve. The role you play in your career begins to fade. The role you play in your relationships begins to fade. The expectations others have placed upon you begin to fade. The expectations you have placed upon yourself begin to fade. What remains is pure awareness, timeless, boundless, peaceful, present. In this state, there is no need to defend yourself. There is no need to explain yourself. There is no need to compare yourself to anyone else. Comparison disappears when you remember who you truly are. You are not competing with anyone. You are unfolding. You are evolving. You are becoming. And every person's journey unfolds according to its own perfect rhythm. Imagine looking back over your life and seeing all the moments that once seemed confusing. Moments when things did not go according to plan. Moments when doors closed. Moments when unexpected changes disrupted everything you thought you wanted. At the time, those experiences may have felt frustrating or painful. Yet now, from a higher perspective, you can see how many of those moments redirected you towards something greater. How many disappointments became blessings in disguise. How many endings created room for new beginnings. How many detours led you exactly where you needed to be. Life has always been moving. Life has always been guiding. Life has always been revealing lessons, opportunities, and possibilities, even when you could not immediately understand them. Tonight, allow yourself to trust that this guidance continues. Trust that there are patterns unfolding beyond your current awareness. Trust that there are connections being formed that you cannot yet see. Trust that there are opportunities moving toward you even now. As you relax more deeply, imagine releasing your grip on timelines. How much of your stress has come from believing something should happen by a certain date? How much pressure has been created by comparing your journey to someone else's timeline? Allow all of that pressure to dissolve. Life is not late. You are not behind. Your journey is not delayed. Everything unfolds through timing that often becomes clear only in hindsight. There are lessons that require preparation. There are opportunities that require readiness. There are blessings that require space. Trust the preparation. Trust the readiness. Trust the unfolding. Imagine yourself standing beside a river at night. The water flows effortlessly around rocks, around bends, around obstacles. It does not fight. It does not resist. It does not panic when the path changes. It simply continues moving. Allow yourself to become like that river, flowing around obstacles, flowing through uncertainty, flowing toward possibility, flowing toward expansion. There is wisdom in movement without force. There is power in persistence without struggle. There is grace in trusting the current of life. Feel that current now. Feel it moving through your awareness. A gentle current carrying away old fears. A gentle current carrying away old disappointments. A gentle current carrying away old limitations. Leaving behind greater clarity, greater openness, greater peace. Imagine now that every challenge you have faced has given you something valuable. Perhaps strength, perhaps wisdom, perhaps compassion, perhaps resilience, perhaps understanding. Even the experiences you would never choose again have shaped parts of you that now serve your growth. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been meaningless. Every experience has contributed to your becoming. Every experience has expanded your awareness. Every experience has prepared you for possibilities still ahead. Allow yourself to appreciate how far you have come. Not how far you still think you need to go, but how far you have already traveled. Notice the obstacles you have overcome. Notice the lessons you have learned. Notice the growth that has already occurred. So often, the mind becomes focused on what remains unfinished, that it forgets to acknowledge what has already been accomplished. Tonight, honor your journey, honor your courage, honor your willingness to continue growing, honor your capacity to begin again whenever necessary. Imagine a soft golden light appearing above you, warm, gentle, comforting. This light begins flowing slowly through your entire being. Wherever it touches, tension dissolves. Wherever it touches, fear softens. Wherever it touches, resistance melts away. Feel this light moving through your thoughts, bringing calm, bringing clarity, bringing peace. Feel it moving through your emotions, bringing balance, bringing harmony, bringing understanding. Feel it moving through every cell of your body, rettering, renewing, revitalizing. As this light expands, imagine it carrying a message, a simple message. You are supported, you are guided, you are connected. You are capable, you are enough. Allow these words to sink beneath conscious thought. Allow them to settle into the deepest levels of your subconscious mind. Many of the limitations people carry are not based on reality. They are based on repetition. A thought repeated enough times begins to feel true. A fear repeated enough times begins to feel permanent. A doubt repeated enough times begins to feel like identity. But tonight, you are interrupting those patterns. Tonight, you are choosing new thoughts, new beliefs, new possibilities. You are reminding yourself that your future is not determined by your past conditioning. Your future is influenced by the awareness you cultivate now. And awareness is expanding within you. Feel it expanding. Imagine becoming aware of possibilities that once seemed invisible. Imagine becoming aware of resources you previously overlooked. Imagine becoming aware of strengths that have always existed within you. There is so much more available to you than you currently realize. More creativity, more wisdom, more resilience, more abundance, more love, more opportunity, more potential. The mind often focuses on limitations because limitations feel familiar. Possibility feels unfamiliar. Yet everything meaningful begins as possibility. Every achievement, every invention, every relationship, every transformation, every miracle. It all begins as possibility. Allow yourself to become comfortable with possibility. Allow yourself to become comfortable with expansion. Allow yourself to become comfortable with the unknown. The unknown is where new realities are born. The unknown is where growth occurs. The unknown is where surprises live. And tonight, you are opening yourself to surprise. Not because you are passive, not because you are giving up, but because you are allowing life room to express itself in ways beyond your current expectations. Imagine waking tomorrow with a different energy, not because external circumstances changed overnight, but because something shifted within you. Imagine carrying less fear, less resistance, less attachment. Imagine carrying more trust, more curiosity, more openness, more gratitude. How differently would you move through your day? How differently would you respond to challenges? How differently would you perceive opportunities? Remember, reality is influenced not only by what happens to you, but by the state of consciousness through which you experience what happens. When your consciousness changes, your experience changes. Tonight, your consciousness is becoming more open, more expansive, more receptive. Feel that receptivity growing. Feel yourself becoming like fertile ground, receiving new possibilities. No forcing, no controlling, no demanding. Only allowing, only trusting, only receiving. As sleep approaches more closely, imagine that your subconscious mind is listening carefully to every feeling you cultivate. Not just your words, not just your thoughts, but your feelings. Feel trust, feel appreciation, feel wonder, feel openness, feel excitement about possibilities not yet revealed. These feelings become instructions, these feelings become signals, these feelings become invitations. And the more consistently you embody them, the more naturally they influence your perception and your experience. Imagine now that life is preparing gifts for you, Not necessarily the gifts you expect, not necessarily the gifts you have planned, but gifts aligned with your growth, gifts aligned with your evolution, gifts aligned with your highest potential, perhaps a new idea, perhaps a meaningful conversation, perhaps a surprising opportunity, perhaps an unexpected insight, perhaps a shift in perspective that changes everything. Remain open, remain available, remain receptive. Allow your mind to soften even further. Allow your awareness to expand even further. Allow yourself to drift between wakefulness and sleep. In this space, the boundaries of the familiar begin dissolving. Old patterns lose strength. New possibilities gain momentum. Your subconscious becomes increasingly receptive to change, increasingly receptive to growth, increasingly receptive to transformation. Feel yourself moving beyond old definitions of who you are, beyond old stories, beyond old fears, beyond old expectations. You are not confined to previous versions of yourself. You are not limited by previous outcomes. You are not restricted by previous beliefs. You are free to evolve, free to expand, free to surprise yourself. And sometimes the greatest surprise life offers is not a new opportunity. It is discovering a new version of yourself. A version that was always present beneath the conditioning. A version that was always present beneath the fear. A version that was always present beneath the doubt. A version that knows how to trust, knows how to receive, knows how to allow, knows how to remain open to life's endless possibilities. As your breathing becomes slower and softer, allow this awareness to settle even deeper. Allow every word that serves you to remain. Allow everything else to drift away. Feel yourself floating peacefully within a field of infinite possibility, held by trust, surrounded by potential, connected to something greater than your individual concerns, connected to an intelligence that continues guiding, supporting, and expanding your journey with every passing moment. And as the conscious mind continues surrendering to rest, the deeper mind remains open, quietly welcoming new possibilities, new perspectives, new opportunities, and unexpected blessings that are already finding their way towards you through pathways you do not yet need to understand, through timing you do not need to control, and through possibilities far greater than anything your current imagination has yet allowed itself to fully perceive.